In today's video, we're going to be quickly diving into the upcoming pattern. I do have a busy day today, so hopefully this video is a little bit shorter as I am in a hurry, but of course, you know, we always aim for daily uploads around here. So, I'm still uploading, even though I probably shouldn't today. I want to just kind of update us on what's happening later on this afternoon. And we do have some prevalent showers and thunderstorms. Thankfully, along the East Coast, this has kind of underperformed. It's a little bit more spotty, I would say, than originally anticipated. So a little bit quieter in there. And a little bit more busy, I would say, around the Rockies here as we have 1,000 millibar low pressure center there in eastern Wyoming. Some snowfall in between Idaho and Montana. And then mostly some rainfall showers occurring from the southern Rockies up through a lot of the northern plains there. And again, that's all for Sunday, May 19th here tomorrow from the time I'm making this video. Monday on the 20th here, we do see quite a bit of activity again in the northwest and north central states primarily. We have a trifecta here of low pressure systems here, 1,005 over, or better yet, I think it's 1,003 over California, 998 there over southeastern Colorado, and 1,006 over here in Wisconsin. And this is leading towards a lot of rainfall and snowfall depending on your location here for a lot of these areas. Primarily that snowfall would be over the Rockies, of course. I would say we have a pretty decent chance of severe weather, especially in these areas throughout portions of the Midwest and some of the plains there. So we will, of course, dive into the Storm Prediction Center later on in this video. Tuesday on May 21st here, what we see is a 990 millibar low pressure center here for the upper Midwest and northern plains. A bit of a warm front look here, cold front underneath look. Throughout the plains here, so expect some pretty bad thunderstorms underneath the low for sure for Tuesday on the 21st, and then plenty of rainfall nearby that low and out to the east of it. Even some snowfall here for the Rockies out behind things, which is quite typical in this type of scenario, of course. Now, as we move towards Wednesday, and it's actually mostly Tuesday into Wednesday, we do expect a pretty impactful severe weather day here. Again, Tuesday night into Wednesday, that's the 21st into the 22nd. We're going to be watching Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois here in particular for a very elevated chance of severe weather. So again, Storm Prediction Center outlook looking outwards towards that later on in the video. So we will take a look at that, of course, and that's going to give us a lot more information, of course. By Thursday here on May 23rd, we see that a lot of that thunderstorm activity is now extending from the south central states through the middle portions and into the New England kind of northeast corner there. More snowfall still prevailing for the Rockies as it's still quite wintry in those parts of the nation, believe it or not, even this time of year. Now by Friday here on May 24th, what we see is showers and thunderstorms throughout Montana, through the plains states here, as well as we have 1,002 down here for the panhandle of Texas and 1,000 millibar right there for North Dakota. The southeast and Gulf states, we're seeing plenty of thunderstorms and showers around. Let's just keep this going. Saturday here on the 25th, we see a cold front look here underneath with thunderstorms prevailing again for this plains and upper Midwest area. As you know, late spring and early summer, that is a common area to see this activity aimed at. For Sunday on the 26th, same story. A lot of these areas being the primary area to watch. 998 down here for the panhandle of Oklahoma. 1,000 millibar up there in eastern Montana. So we're seeing a lot of different areas dealing with this. By the time we reach Monday here on May 27th, again, now we have a 996 here, but we have kind of a cold front, warm front look. I would say everywhere in here has a chance of seeing severe weather with this particular event. And then as we reach into Tuesday, we still see this low hasn't moved too much, 997 up there in Wisconsin, but overall thunderstorm activity for a lot of these regions of the central and eastern states. Now, total precipitation, as we just take a look at the upcoming pattern, we're expecting pretty elevated amounts here for the northwest into the northern plains, and then for a lot of the rest of the plains, the Midwest, and even into the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. The southeast is getting some of that, but I would say the main area with the most activity is this pocket here, and it kind of ends with the central states. This kind of looks like a duck head for some reason. We just give it an eye right there and a little nostril right there. It's a duck. That's crazy. Anyway, so pretty elevated amounts of precipitation throughout the middle of the nation and then throughout the beak, I guess you could say, or the bill. Let's go ahead and take a look at the total snowfall here. And we're actually seeing a little bit for the Sierra Nevada here, which hasn't been the case for multiple model runs. So a few inches for the Sierra Nevada, few inches up to a foot perhaps for the Cascades, and multiple feet possible still for the Rocky Mountain Range. No telling when that's going to really come to an end. We've been expecting it for a while, but we still have not seen that occur, so very, very interesting. Temperature pattern is overall warmer. We do see this kind of lingering, just persistent cold air mass over the east coast. Very isolated, and overall the east is warmer and the west is cooler. It's just this little area of colder air, kind of a back door, east of your Appalachian Mountain Range, cold air funneling through this area. Very, very weird. We have seen this last summer. We saw a lot of that, and we overall stay in a warmer pattern in the east for the most part through the majority of this upcoming pattern until right around June 1st, actually, which is when we get a big time cool down here in the east. Warm up still centered over the central states now with some colder air over the west. So this should force the warmer air eastward over time. So let's see if that ends up happening here. And we're kind of beginning to see this move eastward, but it's no telling what's going to happen with this, as we see perhaps warmer air trying to recycle for the west. So this could get pretty interesting. Kind of disappointing to start summer off on that cold note if this is correct, in fact. Storm Prediction Center outlooks. Let's go over the just daily outlooks here, and a lot of the worst ones are actually in the extended range. So we have 3 general thunderstorm risk areas here for day 1: Washington, Idaho, and Montana. And then 1 here from California through the 4 corner states and up through the upper Midwest, and then 1 for a lot of the east here. Those lighter green areas is where we expect general thunderstorms, but anything is possible, so be sure to heed every watch, warning, and advisory. Your 3 darker green areas, 1 for Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska there, and then 1 from Kansas up through the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, and then 1 for the southeast here. Those darker green areas are where we expect isolated severe weather to be possible in there. And then our 2 yellow areas here is where we expect scattered about severe weather reports to come in. And that's for today on Saturday, May 18th, by the way. For tomorrow on Sunday, May 19th here, we again have 3 general thunderstorm risk areas. 2 marginal risk areas are yellow scattered about severe weather area there. Slight risk is what we call that. And then an enhanced risk, level 3 for Kansas, and that's where we expect a little bit more widespread severe weather to potentially occur. Day 3 is very similar. We don't have an enhanced risk as of now, but things just move a little bit further towards the northeast, but not too severely. No pun intended there, because certainly severe weather is expected. But again, we have 2 general thunderstorm risk areas, 1 marginal risk, and then a slight risk there for portions of the plains and Midwest. Again, the extended range here is the main concern, and this one's for Tuesday, May 21st, in through the morning of Wednesday, May 22nd. So again, overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. We have this yellow area for a lot of the plains and Midwest. That translates roughly to a slight risk of severe weather. And this pretty large orange area that it translates to at least an enhanced risk. But I want you to know that in the long range outlooks here, these are the only 2 percentages that they offer, the 15 and the 30% chance. They don't go any higher than this. So, even though that translates roughly to an enhanced risk, that could be anywhere from enhanced to high risk. And usually they reserve these for some pretty high-end events. So don't be surprised if we have major severe weather event on Tuesday, May 21st into Wednesday, May 22nd. We actually have a second extended day outlook, and this one's jumping a day. So we see Thursday on May 23rd. We have roughly at least a slight risk here for Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana expected. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this quick video. Be sure to subscribe as we do upload every single day. You can even hit the bell icon for daily notifications when we upload so you never miss one. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.